Most job losses don't happen overnight. They happen quietly. First, a new tool gets introduced. Then a workflow changes. Then fewer people are needed for the same output. Then hiring slows. Then promotions slow. And by the time you notice something has shifted, the structure has already changed. The uncomfortable truth is this: your job may not disappear, but parts of it are already being automated. And if you don't upgrade your role intentionally, your value slowly compresses. This is not fear. This is structural reality. In this video, I'm going to show you what is actually being automated right now, what is not, and how to redesign your role before the market forces you to. Let's begin. Automation rarely replaces entire jobs at once. It replaces tasks that are repetitive, predictable, rule-based. If your daily work consists primarily of data entry, report formatting, email drafting, basic research, manual reconciliation, you are operating inside the automation zone. AI excels at structured repetition. It does not complain, it does not fatigue, it improves with usage. And companies are quietly integrating it. Not to fire everyone, but to increase output per employee. This is the key metric shifting across industries: revenue per employee. When one person with AI tools can produce the output of 2 or 3, hiring slows. Not because companies dislike employees, because leverage has increased. So what is safe, strategic thinking? Decision-making under uncertainty, creative synthesis, client relationship management, system design. AI struggles with undefined environments, it thrives in structured ones. If your job is highly structured, you must add unstructured value. Here's the mistake most professionals make. They try to compete with AI at execution speed. That is the wrong battlefield. You cannot out-type a language model. You cannot out-process a machine. But you can out-design systems, you can define objectives. You can interpret nuance, you can manage risk. The path forward is not resistance, it is integration. Let's break this into 3 levels. Level 1, task automation. You use AI to eliminate repetitive execution, email drafting, meeting summaries, data formatting. This reduces workload. Level 2, workflow redesign. You ask, how can my entire process improve with AI? Instead of writing reports manually, you create AI-assisted templates. Instead of manually tracking performance, you build dashboards. Now your output increases. Level 3, role repositioning. This is where most people fail to evolve. Instead of being the person who prepares reports, you become the person who designs reporting systems. Instead of being the person who analyzes data, you become the person who interprets strategic implications. This is how you stay ahead. Let's make this practical. If you work in marketing, don't just generate content. Design automated content pipelines. If you work in finance, don't just build spreadsheets. Design forecasting systems. If you work in operations, don't just manage processes. Optimize them with automation layers. The market rewards leverage, not labor. Now here is something rarely discussed. Automation does not remove ambitious professionals, it removes comfortable ones. The professionals who use AI casually will remain average. The professionals who redesign their workflow around it will accelerate. To employees, same experience, same role. One integrates AI deeply, one ignores it. After 1 year, their output gap widens. After 3 years, their compensation gap widens. After 5 years, their career paths diverge completely. This is the productivity divergence effect. And it compounds. Here's how to audit your own risk. Ask yourself, what percentage of my day is predictable? What tasks could follow a checklist? What do I repeat weekly? If the answer is more than 50%, you are exposed. But exposure is not doom, it is opportunity. Because the earlier you integrate automation, the more indispensable you become. Companies don't eliminate the person who understands the system. They eliminate the person who only performs within it. This is the shift from operator to architect. Architects survive automation, operators compete with it. Now let's talk about income. If AI increases your output capacity, your value rises. But only if you capture that value. If you save 3 hours daily and give those hours back to your employer without expanding scope, your income does not change. If you use that time to build strategic capability, develop new skills, or expand influence, your income ceiling rises. Time reclaimed must be reinvested intentionally. This is where many professionals stagnate. They automate tasks. Then, fill the empty time with more small tasks instead of higher value activity. Automation creates space. You must fill it with leverage. Now consider long-term positioning. In an AI economy, job security does not come from tenure. It comes from adaptability. The professionals who survive and thrive will have three characteristics: AI literacy, system thinking, financial awareness. They understand how automation affects margins. They understand how efficiency affects hiring. They understand how leverage affects income, and they adapt accordingly. Your job is not quietly being eliminated, it is being upgraded. The only question is whether you upgrade with it. If you wait for your company to force adaptation, you are late. If you integrate now, you lead. The automation era rewards early designers, not late adopters. If this breakdown helped you think differently about your role in the AI economy, subscribe to AI Money Blueprint. We analyze structural shifts in AI, fintech, automation, and digital leverage. No panic, no hype, just strategic clarity. If you want to stay ahead instead of reacting late, you're in the right place. I'll see you in the next briefing.